Story time on how I got broken up with and cheated on. Okay, we're just gonna go right into when stuff went to absolute shat and stuff. Okay, so set the scene. It's a Friday night. I'm currently in the football parking lot because there was a football game and I was deciding if I wanted to go in or not, but I was on FaceTime with my boyfriend and it was like halftime and I was like, I don't really want to pay money to get in there. So I'm just gonna sit here and be on the phone with you, and then in third quarter I'll go in there because the tickets are free. But me and my friend actually ended up deciding we were not gonna go to the game and we were just gonna end up going to Waffle House with our big friend group and stuff like that. And so I hang up on him and I go to Waffle House with my friends. Well, me and my friend were currently like in the parking lot sitting together in my car, and we are currently waiting for our two other best friends that are in the friend group. And I was stalking his repost, sue me, and I click on an account that's like in someone's comment section that I knew of, that I knew was friends with him and stuff like that. And I click on this certain person's account and there he is in a car with two other girls claiming that he's these girls' guy best friend. And I was like, heart dropped immediately. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I sent it to him because he noticed my vibe was up and he was like, Chloe, they're talking to my friends, dating my friends. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I still felt like garbage. But he called me later that night and he was just asking like, do you believe me? Do you believe me? And stuff like that. And I was just like, yes, bruh. But like back in my mind, I knew I didn't believe him, but I just wanted him to stop asking because like my stuff. Here's the thing, little background. I was not doing mentally too hot this past month, and I picked up journaling, and I honestly would just like write out all my problems, and a lot of my journal entries are like, I feel like my boyfriend's gonna cheat on me and stuff like that. Like I low-key want to get out of this relationship. Like it was just not well. But like with the journal entries, I tried to dismiss it as much as I could, and I was like, maybe it's just my head, maybe I'm overthinking it, like what not. Newsflash, trust your intuition. Okay, so I go to San Antonio for the weekend and stuff like that, and mind you, we also are long distance, if you didn't know that. So then Sunday rolls around, and he tries to call me while I'm in the car driving back home to my house, and he's like, and I don't answer because I'm in the car with my sister and I'm driving, and he goes, hey, I'm gonna go up and meet like a friend to close a deal and whatnot. And I was like, okay, whatever. And this place is like 2 hours away and whatever. He even texted me, he's like, I think this man is like trying to set me up. And I didn't like really like, I don't remember what he said because I think I asked how or like why. But anyhow, so he goes to this certain area of where he lives, and he is at a movie theaters for 4 hours. He's at a house for like 2 hours. He's at a place eating dinner for like an hour. And I'm just like, yeah, no. So in my mind, I'm like, this man is cheating on me. This man is cheating on me. And I was like, am I crazy? Like, no. And earlier that day, he was like, oh, I'll call you when I like get back and stuff like that. And I texted him right before I go back to sleep. I was also upset by something else too, so I kind of took rage on that too. But like, now that I look back on it, I had all the right to have rage on that too, and like even take rage out on him. But I said, don't bother calling me, period. And he texted me in the morning and he was like, why? Like, well, I woke up in the morning and he was like, why? Like, what did I do? I don't know what I did wrong and stuff like that. And I completely dismissed it because I didn't want to talk about it. And I was just like, good morning. All lowercase too. Because he said good morning. And usually I'm like, good morning, handsome, or something like that. Something. But I just said good morning, lowercase. And I was really getting ready for school, trying not to bawl my eyes out, because I was like, yeah, like, I think this shit is, like, actually happening. And funny enough, actually, that Sunday night, right before I went to bed, I prayed the prayer that, like, if you want someone to get out of your life, like, I literally was like, God, if this man is not supposed to be in my life, please take him out of my life. And I prayed that, and God got right to work. So that morning, I woke up, and I was okay, like, crying in my trying to get ready and stuff like that, and I was just like not happy at all. I literally posted TikTok, I think this is gonna be the roughest week literally ever. It was. So, and then Monday night I come home and I'm just sitting here and I'm crying again because this man made me cry a lot. And I always just thought, oh, maybe boyfriends make you like more emotional or anything like that, and I'm like, no, probably not. It's probably not the wrong ones that are making you more emotional. Anywho, so I sent him a video of like all my feelings. I was like, you know what, I try to squash these feelings, but it's not working because it's all coming up right now, and like I just constantly feel like you're gonna cheat on me or and stuff like that. And I know, because he also, with that TikTok, he was like, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. And I was like, obviously you didn't tell me because you obviously didn't think I was gonna see it. Like, anywho, and I basically was like, I just think you're cheating on me and like other things like that. And when he said to the video, he goes, I'm too tired for this right now, we can talk about this tomorrow. And I was like, all right, frick you, whatever. Went to bed mad. And then he woke up in the morning and texted me, and he's like, I hope you have a great day and stuff like that. I love you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, maybe we can like actually work this out. I'm gonna get some answers. And it was funny enough that I actually had a volleyball game, and I can't have my phone until after my volleyball game. So I didn't get my phone back till 8 p.m. And I texted him, I'm like, hey. And I could just tell the vibe was off immediately. And like, next thing you know, he's sending me a text about how stressed he is and how he's like, I think we should take a break and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. I honestly didn't know what to say. I was looking in shock, but like also I like knew it was gonna happen and stuff like that. Like I low-key sensed the vibe. And I was like, okay, I respect that. And that's all I said. Mind you, I did start crying, and I was like, you know what? This is actually going to poop right now. And also, God is currently working what he said. And I was like, no, God. I was like, you're actually doing this. I was like, no. But obviously, you have no control in what God can do. So then, while we're on the break, he keeps going back to the same area and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'm not stupid. But then part of me was like, maybe I stressed him out with what I said on Monday. And so on Thursday, I apologized for maybe stressing him out and also not trusting his loyalty, because he was reposting stuff about like a girl. And I was just like, oh, maybe it's about me. No. I knew it. I even knew it. I was like, I don't think this is about me, but whatever. And so I had a horrible week. I just did not feel at peace like at all. And then Sunday, I get the dreaded text of, hey, I think we should break up. Yes, I got broken up with over a text message, bruh. And I literally didn't even say anything to that. I was like, you need to call me tonight. And he was like, okay, I can do that. And so we called each other. We said some things, and I was just like, I don't even like want to say what was on the phone call, because obviously I feel like I should keep like some things private. But basically he was like, I'm sorry. And he was like, I'm such a coward. I couldn't even like call you to tell you. And there was other things that he did that were cowardly, and he called himself out for that. And you know what? He low-key is a coward because because of some of the action he does. And so then after we break up, I looked at his reposts, and they're all about like, please God, let this one stay in my life. Like, I love this girl, like whatever the hell. Just like different variations of that. And I was like, I think I know exactly who it is, because I went to his following, and I was like, this is kind of sus. And this morning, I got sent a picture that confirmed it, because he blocked me on, like, everything. I don't know why he was the one that blocked me on everything, when it should be me blocking him on everything, because he's the one that did me wrong. But, anywho, so I got a picture that confirmed it this morning, and it was with the girl that I thought it was too, so double score. My stalking skills are elite, and yeah, I'm not even like mad, because like I mentally prepared myself the whole relationship, like at the very end, that I was gonna get cheated on. I can read journal entries and stuff like that, but yeah, that's basically what happened. Anywho, I am doing fine. I don't need like sympathy from other people. I'm doing just fine, so don't worry, guys. But I think I honestly want to make this whole breakup thing a whole series, because this honestly taught me so many life lessons and stuff like that, and I want to help other people that could possibly be going through this. So let me know if you want to hear more about stuff like this, or like life lessons I learned, or how I'm coping, or anything like that, because I want to help other people like this, because honestly, heartbreak is genuinely like the worst pain literally ever. Like, they are not lying to you, and you will never know what it feels like until you experience it. So, anywho, and if this man or this girl is seeing this, I hope y'all have a great life, and karma is a 100 biatch, and it's coming your way. So, bye!
And he's telling lies about you because he's not shit. So this is how to get over the breakup and not let anything he does affect you. Nobody actually likes him. Like, notice that he's always the one to talk to his friends, and none of his friends actually talk to him. If he's really that easy and he's been with all these girls since y'all broke up, do not be like him. Think of yourself higher than that, and have a higher value than someone who truly belongs in the dumpster. 3, he doesn't deserve someone like you. I know people say that all the time, but On my own life, I bet you did everything that you possibly could to save the relationship, and he didn't do jack squat. And the harsh reality behind that is he couldn't even save himself from his own insecurities. He could never save the relationship, that's why he's drowning in his own sorrows. And in turn, that was making you miserable. It's difficult because a lot of girls want to be loved. To be loved is to be seen. They shouldn't get the privilege of knowing who you are right now, and they definitely don't get the privilege of who you're going to be in the future. They'll probably try and gaslight you into thinking that you're the one that's wrong, but it's not true. He was just the one who was emotionally unintelligent. He didn't know how to act. And that man is not going to help you or cheer you on when you achieve your goals or when your dream come true happens. In fact, he'll probably envy you. And if he can't be proud of you, why would you be proud to walk hand in hand with him?
Never did I think I was going to be making this sort of get ready with me, but let's get ready to break up with my boyfriend. We've been together for about 3 years now. I am currently getting ready to see him because we wanted to talk about our relationship because we got into an argument yesterday. I'm going to try my best to respect his privacy as much as I can while explaining this, but basically he texted me about, what started the argument, and it was literally over the phone the entire day. And then I had to go into work. So I went into work literally crying. I was working cashier, and even just talking about this, my heart fell through my ass, and it's on Mars right now. My heart's not even here. I have to hurry because I think he's here already, but I'm just not ready yet. You're just gonna have to wait. Oh, he just texted me to come outside, and I haven't even started my makeup. Anyways, I get off work, and at this point I'm just kind of numb to it. I'm putting it aside because I had to work, and I had a 4-hour shift, so I couldn't just cry the whole time. But I did take a few breaks to go into the bathroom and shed a few tears. After I get off work, we're still texting about the whole argument, and then I get home and of course still texting, and then I check his location and he's not home yet from practice. I'm like, okay, whatever, I guess I'll wait, expecting him to want to come see me because we had plans to see each other already. Some time goes by. At this point it's been an hour, and he hasn't asked to come see me, and we're just arguing still over the phone. And then I check his location again, and I see he's on his way somewhere downtown, going a little feral here because I'm there's no way, let me find out he's actually going out during all this. He's not communicating to me what he's doing, where he's going, who he's with. So I'm starting to worry a bit, and then I just bluntly ask him, I'm where are you going? And he's oh, I'm going to the Hard Rock. I start crashing out, obviously, because I'm sobbing in my bed, trying to figure out how we can talk this through. Is there a way to save this relationship? Sorry, he called me because I'm taking long. But anyways, I'm really mad because I'm okay, he doesn't care about me, he doesn't want to try to save this relationship. Obviously he's with his friends and he's going to the fucking Hard Rock. I'm actually crashing out. I'm walking around my house, pacing. It's 11 o'clock at night, and he's oh, why are you mad? It's not I'm going out to see girls or something. I'm just no, just the fact that you didn't come to try to see me, that was enough to piss me off. And then to find out you're going to the Hard Rock, I was just over it, and I was trying to explain to him why I was mad, and eventually I gave up because he just wasn't comprehending. And I just said goodnight, I'm going to sleep. I didn't go to sleep. I waited for him to get home and see if he was gonna text me that he got home, or at least call me. And to be honest, I couldn't go to sleep without knowing if he was home okay. So that's what I was really waiting for. But he got home, didn't tell me he got home. And then I check his repost. It was such a bad idea, it's not even funny. I check his repost, and it's something about oh, I spoke so highly of you and you went and you did some lame ass shit. And I'm oh. So that's how it's gonna be. I couldn't hold back. I sent him a screenshot of the repost, and I was are we serious? Is this how we're really gonna be? And then he claimed that it wasn't him. It was reposted 20 minutes ago, and he was oh, one of my friends reposted that. I was we both know that's such a lie. I'm completely over it. I'm just trying to comprehend that this is how he is. This is who he's choosing to be in this moment, and I can't control him. I can only control myself. Mind you, I'm still staying up to see if he's gonna call me, or at least try to even check in with me. And then I noticed he just stops replying to my text. I'm there's no way he just fell asleep. There's just no way that he's gonna go to sleep. And we're the type of couple that always goes to sleep on the phone together, even when we're arguing. He always goes out of his way to make sure that we're at least decent. But newsflash, he went to sleep and he knocked out, and he never responded to me. And I waited specifically 30 more minutes just to see if maybe, just maybe, if I texted him one more time, he would just silently answer. But he didn't. So as the clingy girlfriend I am, I went to sleep crying. I cried myself to sleep, and there's no shame in that. I was really sad. I was hurting, obviously. I don't even know if we're actually gonna break up or if we're gonna be able to talk things through. Obviously, I want to talk things through and I don't want to break up with him, but I am the one that's at fault here in this argument, and I have the courage to admit that. But it's never a means to just give up on each other, even when we're struggling. So I'm gonna obviously get permission from him if I can even post this, because I just want to respect him. So I'm obviously gonna update you guys, but if we're broken up, I'm not even gonna bother to ask if I can post this. We're broken up. I don't have anything else to respect, so it's here, and I'm just taking my sweet time. Wish me luck, everybody. Bye.
Get ready with me to get broken up with. First, we're going to start with some under eye just to kind of get ahead of the puffiness that we know is going to form around here. We're aiming for poreless skin, so when we cry, the tears just kind of like bounce off of it. Really want to go ahead and focus on these smile lines because we won't be seeing any of that tonight. I already curled my lashes, but next we're going to go in with this Essence waterproof mascara because I can't really talk about my feelings without sobbing hysterically and spitting up on myself. So just want to make sure that we're going to be like all covered. Next, we're going to go in with the roller lash and just do the bottom lashes because we really want this like doe eye look. Okay, we want to look like very baby doll looking. So when he's like, I don't want to be with you, I can be like, you know, like we kind of want to really just tap into our victim mentality in here. Since it's the end, I'm gonna go in with some black eyeliner and just really kind of get a little bit more dramatic, because when I cry and this black eyeliner kind of like falls down, it'll make this really like mauve-y kind of like goth sad girl look, and that's gonna be a look that he'll never get out of his brain. Next, I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows with this e.l.f. brow gel just to really make sure that he knows that he's never gonna find another bitch with perfect eyebrows like me. I mean, where are you gonna find that? So the text that was sent was asking to talk, and I'm not really sure what that means, but I've never had a talk with someone and been like, phew, that was great. I've never had a talk and like came out smiling. Never had a talk and have been like excited about the future, you know? So we're just gonna get ahead of it now. Lastly, we're gonna go in with some lip liner. This is not a blush look at all because we're not blushing. It's kind of like a sad, gaunt, skinny goth X type of vibe that I'm going for. So we're going in with like this mauve pink Milani lip liner, and we're just gonna like kind of get the corners around to really like make it stain, you know, because I kind of want, maybe if you like do a goodbye kiss, to like stain on his soul. Now this is an optional step, but I'm going to go in with a little bit of contour. This is the Rare Beauty one, and I'm kind of just going to like line my nose a bit because I really want that like kind of goth, I'm going to be the most chiseled woman you've ever been inside of type of look. And yeah. This is the finished look. Wish me luck.
Get ready with me heartbroken. I've been heartbroken 2 times in my life. The first time was last year when we lost the prelim against Brisbane, and watching the grand final and losing against Brisbane. I was really sad until I reminded myself that I was upset about a group of guys not being able to kick a little ball through the sticks enough times. Don't get me wrong, I'm still really upset and I wish we had won. I didn't even know that we were going to watch it at the actual MCG. Mom literally surprised me yesterday. I know how much money that would have been. And so I just feel like extra bad for her, and are you okay, Mom? I think that's probably the shittest game we've played all year as well. Like, I don't even know what the fuck happened. You're telling me Jeremy Cameron was on there with a fucking broken arm. Like, I can be happy that I've seen my team actually play in a grand final live. So you have to like look at the positives of it. I can't be a hater. I actually can't believe it. I can't believe we lost by that much as well. Like, I thought that if we lost, it would be like a close game. Looking that way at half time, but I do feel like I've just gone through a breakup though, because you get so consumed for like an entire season and then they just lose, and then now you just don't see them play forever. Next year, boys, we'll get him. We go home literally like kind of late tonight. His mom has to go get her tooth fixed because she broke it last night. Someone like give me a new heart.
His only plan was to destroy me. His plan was to hurt me. Get ready with me while I tell you about my abusive past relationship. This is allegedly what happened. He used to drop our plans, which obviously always turned out to fights because I always wanted to be prioritized, but I never got prioritized. So again, this is a very crazy one. He cheated on me, like, a lot. Oh. He dragged my hair and I fell to the ground. I have another one. He would tell me that, are you gonna go with that? You will look like a whore. I think it was like 2017, wearing chokers, like black chokers were a thing. I bought one of those and he said, oh my god, are you gonna wear that? Didn't you know that it means black belt in sucking? Another time I was posting a picture on Instagram and I had on red lipstick and he would seriously write me a message and be like, hey. I would be like, yeah, you know that picture you posted with the red lipstick? Yeah? Can you delete it? I was like, no, what the fuck? He was like, you don't suit red lipstick. I literally wrote back, you're such an asshole, fuck off. Another thing this guy did was to always start fights whenever I would go out. And keep in mind, I went out maybe like 4 times a year. I did not go out a lot. Meanwhile, he was out with his boys all the time, cheating on me. That would fucking piss me off. And I would cry and I would leave early because he always started something. Maybe it was boys there, or maybe my friends were hoes. And I always told him, do not call my girlfriend hoes. Like, look at your best friends. They're not like virgins or saints. I remember he used to accuse me of cheating when in fact it was him that cheated. I remember like having conversations when he was sad and I would be like, please let me like comfort you and just talk to me about it. And he would be like, shut the fuck up, you don't even care about me. And I would always like, what do you mean I don't care about you? Like, I love you. And I would be like a fucking angel. This man allegedly called me on FaceTime, showed me pills, and said he was gonna. And this was after the breakup. He would seriously like threaten me. This was something I could do in the past when I was like, I would tell him like, I seriously do not want to live anymore, because he was like cheating on me. He was lying. It was so freaking much. Like I was so depressed, but he had no fucking reason to pull out those pills and like unalive himself because he cheated on me. This was so manipulative. This guy would always come to the places where I was. Like every time I went out with my friends to the club, he would always look for me. I just seriously wanted to move on because he was honestly a piece of shit. And like, I'm not exaggerating. Like everyone can be a piece of shit, but I have PTSD, complex PTSD now. So I feel like that explains a lot. I remember one time he was like, whenever I would like talk to a guy, he would like threaten them. And I remember one time we were talking because he would not let me be alone. It just becomes more crazy. He would beat up a guy in front of me. I remember that night so clearly because there was this drunk guy and he was like saying something, but we couldn't hear what he was saying. And my ex-boyfriend decides to, what the fuck were you saying? And I was like, can you just stop? He's drunk. Like, what's wrong with you? No. He starts to fight this guy in front of me. I hate this type of behavior. I was so done with him. I wanted him to leave me alone. He was still saying that he was gonna unalive himself. So I had to call the ambulance, and it was just like, it was crazy because I let me tell you, he was cheating on me. He was having a whole ass relationship. And that's another thing he did. He had like a relationship almost with another girl. And the thing is, I wasn't even in love with him. That was the thing. I was more like attached. I was like unhealthy attached to him. I seriously mean this. I was disgusted by this guy and I didn't want to see him again. And you know, it really sucks that you have to part ways with your ex in a bad way, but there was no other option for us than to actually part in a bad way. And I was telling you about that. He pulled my hair when I was out. I contacted his mom and I told her, like, can you please keep your son away, stay the fuck away from me? I told her everything that he has done to me, and she only wrote back, I'm gonna talk to him. But I think she talked to him because after that he didn't send me a message until like 2 years later. And I think at that point he actually had a girlfriend. I didn't know her name. I tried to find her name, but I couldn't find her name, unfortunately. And honestly, it's just not my life anymore. I have come out publicly that I have been cheated on, and if you know that this is my ex, that's on you, kind of. If I knew her name, I would send her a text, but I didn't know her name. We didn't have any contact. We didn't have contact for like 2 years. And I was out and I come in and he's like, oh my god, hey, Vicky! Damn, like, what the fuck? I thought it was so weird, but at the same time, I was like, oh, maybe he's like changed. So I was just like polite. He like wanted to talk to me a lot, and then I just thought it was a little strange because I didn't have anything to say to him, because honestly I didn't like this guy, so why would I spend my free time talking with him, kind of. So I told him that it was good seeing you, but I have to go to my friends. This guy proceeds to say, but let's talk, it's so fun to catch up. Honestly, I was like, hey, listen, it was great seeing you, but we do not have anything to talk about. Like, I straight up told him, and he was like, oh my god, are you not over me or something? Like, I'm over you, aren't you over me? And I was like, shut the fuck up. That's what I was thinking. And I didn't even answer him because at that point I thought it was ridiculous. I just went on, had fun, danced, tried to avoid him because I saw that he was like really drunk, and I was feeling very uncomfortable, but at the same time I didn't really care that he was there. Fast forward, the club closes at 3. Do you know what this guy proceeds to do? I'll tell you. I'm not even kidding. This guy calls me from another guy's phone. I do not have his number because I have blocked him. And he's like, Vicky, where are you? I was like, goodbye, and his name. Because I was like, what the fuck are you thinking? And he was writing on me on my business Facebook account. Hey, I have not given any sign that I'm interested in you. Not a single sign. So why are you doing this? Like, I thought it was so weird. This guy is in a relationship and he's not over me. And I tried to contact my cousin because she know a lot of people in the area. So I was like, can you please find who his girlfriend is? Because this is not okay. I wouldn't want my boyfriend to do this. I saw he was dancing on girls. I didn't find her name, unfortunately. So another thing this guy would do. So 1 month ago, this guy contacts me. And honestly, that pissed me off. I have been going to a therapist for the past year, and I've learned a lot about myself. And I've learned that this guy fucking destroyed my mental health, and I do not have anything to say to him. Like, I'm not bitter, but leave me the fuck alone. I do not give a fuck about you. I give a fuck about myself and what you did to me. This guy would tell me that One of the reason he cheated was because I didn't give him sex. And when my parents were at home, I did not feel comfortable doing it, obviously. And he just would not respect it. So sometimes I had to just do it so that he wouldn't get mad. And I felt so small in my own home. I felt so little. I promised myself that I was gonna be alone for a long time until someone I actually can see a future with shows up. Truth being told, nobody has been that person. I do not want to be with a person just because I feel lonely. Another thing he used to do, this was after the breakup, he would lie about going to a therapist because I would tell him that I honestly think he's a narcissist because this is not normal behavior, even for a douchebag. And he would like write me letters like on paper and be like, yeah, I'm going to a therapist now and it's been helping so much. And I would be like, I would read this to my stepfather and my stepfather would sit like this. Like we all understood that he was lying, obviously. This guy would show up unannounced outside my apartment. I remember one time I was going to my other apartment with my mom because we were at my stepfather's house. My mom forgot something upstairs, so she was just gonna get them. So I went out with my dog, and I'm not even kidding, I see some guy walking. It was very dark, but I see that it's him because I can see the way he walks. And I was like, you're stopping right there. My mom is coming now and you're gonna leave like right now. Because obviously my mom didn't like him and I didn't want him there. I was scared of this guy. And he was like begging me to answer him and unblock him. And he's been waiting for 2 hours outside. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna answer you, but just leave. He would like sometimes message me and be like, I'm outside. I would always be really scared to walk outside because I thought that he was gonna like show up. My body was exhausted. The worst feeling is to not feel safe in a relationship. He would call me a whore at the age of 15. Keep in mind, he was my first and obviously I haven't been cheating. I also remember he wanted me to be more jealous. And I would be like, I don't have any reason to be jealous. Like, I trust you. And he would be like, you just don't like me. And I feel like that was low-key when he started to like test me. He was very aware of all the things he did. And he had one goal. One goal was he wanted to see if he could actually make me jealous. I have a story. I was so broken. And I'm very pleased to say that he didn't break me. I'm a different person now. I'm happy to say that he doesn't know me. He doesn't know this version. And he will never know this version. I'm happy to say that I am a survivor. I have survived mental abuse over a very long period of time, over 6 years. So if you are in the same situation, please, I beg you to leave. It will not get better.